Chapter 3. This is, you can see on the board, velocity and acceleration. Yes, my dear students, we are going to learn today about velocity and acceleration. As you know, in last class we have learned about the distance and displacement, and today our topic is velocity and acceleration. So before that, you may ask a question by your mind, that is, there is another term we know, speed. Is the speed and velocity the same thing? And acceleration, will it come with the speed or velocity? And what should be the unit of velocity and the acceleration, the dimensions? So all kind of questions answer we are going to get from this class, my dear students. So let's start today's topic, velocity and acceleration. First of all, the velocity. Velocity, what is velocity? So if I say the definition first, define velocity, as an answer I am going to learn it. I am going to say it. The ratio between the displacement by time is called the velocity. As you can see on the board, the distance divided by time is known as velocity. And what I can say again, the distance covered in unit second, the distance covered in unit time is known as velocity. So here I am indicating only the displacement, not the distance, because whenever any object is moving, it has a direction, and with that direction it is crossing some path, and if that path is continuously crossing by any object, and if we going to learn it, going to have it with per unit time, will have a magnitude, and that's it. That should be the velocity. So velocity is the distance covered in unit time. It means 1 sec. But you know, whenever you're going to watch it, can you think here is the unitary method is applying? Our unitary method is applying over here. That's why we got S by T. So do you want to learn it? How? Let's look at me. If any object in t seconds is covering S displacement, so in 1 sec it's gonna cover S by T, and that is what I'm saying about for the definition of velocity. So velocity is the ratio of displacement by time. The displacement covered in unit sec or in 1 sec is known as the velocity. The velocity has a direction, that's why velocity is a vector quantity. Any quantity which has a direction with magnitude or magnitude direction, that is called the vector quantity. Now my dear students, if you going to learn what should be the unit of velocity, the unit of velocity is meter per second. And you know, you can find out all, yes, all the students can find out any physical quantities, units and the dimensions. Let's have a look. We have learned V equals to S by T. So S means displacement, and T means time. You know, the unit of displacement is meter, and the unit of time is second. So you got V equals to meter per second as the unit, which is indicating in front of you to show in the book meter per second. This format is informed to us in this way. This is the mathematical way. So this is the velocity. And what should be the dimension? The dimension is, for displacement it's the length L, and second is the time, which dimension is T, and together we are going to write it in this way, LT inverse 1, which is the dimension of velocity. So first of all, at a glance we can say the velocity is the distance covered by any object in unit time, or the ratio between the displacement and the time is called the displacement. The distance covered in 1 sec is known as the velocity. In this kind of way we can express ourselves to define the velocity. The unit of velocity is meter per second. The dimension of the velocity LT inverse 1. The formality for the dimensions, that after writing the dimensions you have to close it with third bracket. So maintain it, my dear student. The next one we are going to learn. The next one over here we are going to learn about, this is acceleration. And if you look over here, I have written A equals to V minus U by T. So what is it? What is indicating? So here V equals to final velocity, U equals to initial velocity, and T you know is time. So from the equation you may learn it, maybe there is a differences of velocity. Yes.